It's raining. I don't know if y'all can see it, but let me see if it'll let me flip this camera while so no, it's not letting me flip shit, so we're just gonna be dealing. But it is pouring down rain, and I am the overachieving parent that wants to be first in line in the pickup line, because if not, the pickup line wraps around down the alley out on the street and then hangs a sharp left, and I don't want to be at the sharp left. I don't even want to be at the end of the line. So, but on this episode of Auntie's Tired, because Auntie's so tired, it's a random, super random subject, but you ever be reading the comments on a video and it's someone expressing happiness, and you know, it could be a dog, you know, doing something that only the owner knows that he does and is sharing it with us, or it could be, you know, little kids finding joy and doing something, or, you know, a parent chopping it up with their kid, and it might not be the way that you speak to your kids, but you feel so obligated to project negativity on it because it's not what you would do. Negative Nancy's, or people who think that because they do it a certain way that everyone else has to do it too. Like those people that purposely get underneath someone's joyful moment that they felt the need to share with someone on social media and just shit all over it or be that person. Those people irk me. They make my ass itch, okay? I don't get how people get underneath something that is literally happiness and is bringing total strangers together in a world full of negativity, and every time you turn around there's something bad happening, and then there's just one little blip of happiness on social media. It's not rooted in drama, it's not rooted in he said, she said, it's not one of these fucking celebrities that they keep shoving down our throats. No, it is literally someone being happy. It could be a video of a child dancing. That dance is just a little too grown. Are you mad that you can't dance? Or you know, a child cooking and being expressive. Oh, they're being a smart ass. No, maybe that's just that kid's personality. I've got a kid, one of my kids, my angsty 6-year-old. Buddy has no filter. He's not disrespectful. He's just really blunt. And it is really hard to try and tell someone who has that type of personality to be something that they're not. I feel like in time he'll grow with it, but you know, whatever. He's not, you know, out here being like, fuck you or anything like that. He just doesn't sugarcoat shit. He doesn't know how. Not going to be like, hey, buddy, you need to be nice to this adult because this adult doesn't know how to digest your personality. No. You're going to look at it and realize that not everybody is fucking chipper, happy, and so on and so forth. I know I'm not all the time. It's like those people that walk up to you and be like, you should smile more. You should shut the fuck up. That's what you should do. Because just because I'm not running around here with all my teeth showing doesn't mean that I'm unhappy. It just means that this is my face. And on top of all of that, I don't owe you an explanation, but I got sidetracked. But how do you feel in the moment as you are behind your keyboard and your little thumbs are just going away, going to town, and you see a dog and his 2 cat friends, and the first thing you say is, oh, that's really dangerous. That's so dangerous. You shouldn't do that. I'm calling PETA. That dog has been living with them cats his entire fucking life. And you took a 30-second clip, maybe even less than that, because half of y'all ain't got no attention span no more. But you took a 30-second clip and decided that that was just cause for you to ruin someone's moment. fuck do you find joy in ruining someone's moment? And with this being the topic for today, and just something that I'm curious to, hear everybody's thoughts on, all 7 of y'all that comment on my videos, hi. But I'm actually really curious to find out how y'all feel when y'all see this. Does it bother you? Is it something that you never paid attention to? Is it something you don't give no energy to? Is it something you look at and you be like, this nigga, and keep it moving? Like, what is it what are your thoughts on it? Because I feel like those are the same people, segueing into a similar topic, as those people that are in the room with you and you receive good news and they find every fucking reason to find the negative in it, or try to tell you that you shouldn't, or because their lives aren't going the way that they want, to shit on your fucking parade. I do feel like a lot of people, I'm sorry if you guys are getting mic static, I'm still getting used to this, but again, it gives me something to do with my hands, because hard to stay on topic. It's giving adult ADD. But I feel like those people will be in a room full of happiness and joy and find one little thing wrong to try and divert the attention away from why everyone's so happy. And it could be that they're miserable, could be that they are unhappy in themselves, they could feel unfulfilled in wherever they stand in their lives. But at the end of the day, you need to sit your ass down somewhere. That's really what it is. You need to sit your ass down somewhere, and you need to learn to let people be happy. If this person has found their calling in something that you particularly don't like or you find stupid, then let them have it. Especially if they're successful in it. Why the fuck does it matter to you? Why do you care? Why are you pressed? Why are you angry? Is it because it's not you? A lot of this shit is deeply rooted in self-centeredness. Like, I don't know if that's a real, word. Self-centeredness? Self-centered in nature? Whatever. You guys get what I'm saying. Sorry. RIP headphone users if that was loud. Again, I'm still getting used to this thing, but I need it. It's just deeply rooted in so much lack or confidence in oneself that you feel the need to project that shit on other people. And I will never understand that. There are people out here that have, if you look at it in the way of, material things, have way less than other people. Way less. And they make do with what they have. They make do with the materials and the shit that they have, and they have a happy existence because they've learned that although I may not have what everyone else has, I can still use what I've got to make me happy, right? And a lot of people think having more in terms of materialistic shit or resources makes you better. In a way, yes, but if you don't know how to operate with the bare minimum, if for some reason you lose all of that, don't go projecting your insecurities off on someone else. Don't do that. Don't shit on them. Well, I had this and I had that and what you should do. Hate is a strong word. My auntie told me when I was little not to use that word, and it is so hard not to. I cannot stand a you should ass person. Don't tell me what I should do. If it's not something that you are particularly keen on or that you don't like doing. Don't tell me what I should do. What you should do is take whatever the you were going to have me do and do it your motherfucking self. That's what you should do. I can't stand a person who will see someone and watching that someone cultivate this idea that they've had in their head and start to see it come to life, and they be like, well, you should have did it like this. Shut up, because no one asked you. No one asked you. You could have just as easily had some positive input, but instead, because you're being a hater McGraham cracker, shout out to my angsty 6-year-old again, because you're being a hater McGraham cracker, you want to try and shit on or plant seeds of, could I have done this differently? In someone's head, as they are completely and utterly enthralled with joy in their own fucking process. A process that may have taken them years to cultivate and get to this point. Don't do that to people. Don't get so caught up in trying to bring someone else down to the level that you feel they should be at, because you're not where you want to be. It is no one's fault how you feel about your journey on the inside. None of us are mind readers. None of us. And not even those of us that have multiple us's upstairs. It's not anybody's responsibility to pat your ass and dim their shine just so you don't feel bad. Why is that something that is socially acceptable? Why is it okay for people to hop underneath literally joyful moments and just sour the whole thing? Why is it so hard for people to resist that urge to project that low self-esteem onto somebody who may have felt a certain type of way before posting what they posted or sharing what they shared or calling and sending the group message to let you know the good fucking news? People aren't out here, the majority of people are not out here sharing their accomplishments to flex on a specific person because that's how that specific person portrayed that whole thing. No, they're not. They're not doing that. It takes a lot of courage, especially, okay, we'll use the girls that, or excuse me, no, not even that. We'll use the people that go to the gym. And these people are on a weight loss journey. And they may be starting from a very high weight, trying to get to their desired goal. They may be skinny and trying to pack on some muscle. Either way it goes, on either end of the spectrum, it's the same. It is showing a vulnerable side so that others who may be considering changing themselves for their own personal goals can feel like they're not alone. And it also gives the person that is posting this video the confidence to keep going, because sometimes people don't have a valid support system. It's usually just people that are sitting around, and not usually, I won't say that, but sometimes it's people that are just sitting around, waiting for you to fucking fail again. You may have failed 6 times and you get up 7, and when you get up 7, this motherfucker's negative ass is just standing over you, mouth breathing and shit, talking about, you sure you want to get back up? I mean, you already done fail. Like, that's literally what the fuck y'all look like doing people like that. But those people share those vulnerable moments. And yes, I'm very well aware that every time you post something online, that is a risk that you take. But why? Why is that one of the outcomes? Why is tearing a person down that is shifting this fucking dynamic online towards something positive? Because a lot of the shit that's online is it's offbeat, it's weird, it's gross, it's negative, it's the fucking celebrity drama, it's dramatic. Like, so when you get those little blips of happiness, and sometimes those little blips of happiness may push another person to, damn, I can do that too. Damn, that's, getting inspired type shit. Why shit on someone who's unintentionally trying to inspire someone else? Because a lot of people post things online and don't realize that there is an effect that comes from what they post, whether it's positive or negative. But those are like the same people in your day-to-day life. That day-to-day life, jeez, the slack jaw Indiana shit. But those people, the same people you be in a room with, same motherfuckers that you think are your friends, the same motherfuckers that you think got your back, want you to be, and we're talking about the negative ones, we're not talking about the positive ones, want you to be only so successful simply because they're not where they want to be. You can do better, but you can't do better than me. That's what it's giving. It's giving hater. It's giving projection. It's giving lackluster. It's giving, get your motherfucking ass a goddamn life. That's what it's giving. It's giving, find some self-esteem. It's giving, go sit your ass in a corner and go motherfucking meditate. It's giving, didn't your mama tell you if you ain't got nothing nice to say to shut the fuck up? It's giving that. It's giving that. Because I think that a lot of people are truly sick of the constant barrage of negativity. A lot of us are immersed in our phones. A lot of what we do involves our phones and the TV and the news and politics. And I mean, I don't know if y'all have been paying attention, but specifically the last 3 years has been a goddamn shit show. And sometimes people just want something that gives them a little hope that there's still some happiness in the world, and they ain't got to deal with your rusty neck black asses being, and I speak because I'm a black woman, so that's just, kind of my go-to because I'm around black people all the time. But your rusty neck black asses just being negative, or being a fucking Karen. You want to include the other side, being a fucking Karen. Like, what joy do you get from tearing someone else down? You got to really sit and reevaluate yourself. And I'm not saying that everything is going to be peaches and cream, or peachy keen. I ran both of those together, excuse me. But what I'm getting at is, check yourself before you put that shit on someone else. No, we're not supposed to care what the next person thinks. We're not. We're not supposed to care. However, the majority of people do. I think a lot more understanding and self-control and self-evaluation is needed when you literally pick your phone up and do one of these. Like, you actively look this, scroll, watch this video, realize, I don't like this person, when literally everyone else on here is happy, and it's a wholesome moment. We're not talking about just some weirdo shit. We're talking about some wholesome shit online. And you pick up your phone with your rusty ass and do one of these. Go on to town. You have all the opportunities before you send it. Let me find my mic. You have all the opportunities and all them characters that you typed up and the emojis that you may have used and the punctuation or lack thereof That's another subject. It's way too many of y'all grown folks out here typing run-on sentences without taking a breath. A period is a pause, and I'm gonna need y'all to find a couple of them when you're typing these long-ass paragraphs. But you have all these moments to think about what you are going to say before you say it, and you still hit send. For fucking what? It's one thing if, people are debating shit, like I get that. And it's another thing if people are, I don't know, talking about which one is better and, giving their reasons or whatever. It's one thing if it's one of those like comedic posts and everybody's having a good time roasting back and forth and, just having a good fucking time. It's another thing when you get on there and you literally spit venom and it is deeply rooted in self. And then people get mad and then arguments break out and the whole vibe of that one happy moment is ruined. And you see that shit in everyday life. You have people that will accomplish something that means something to them. And they share it. Say they share it with a loved one. And in the process of sharing it with their loved one gives them a reaction like this. That's good. And there's so many of y'all out there that have had that exact thing happen to y'all. Some people rise above it and some people let it shape how they congratulate others. If nobody was happy for me, so why the fuck should I be happy for anyone else? And then the cycle continues, right? But there still comes a time where you need to check yourself. We all have to check ourselves. All of us. No one is exempt from checking themselves. Just like you check your musty ass to make sure that your deodorant didn't fail throughout the day or that you didn't forget. That's the same type of check that you need. Smell your motherfucking self. Check for attitude. Check for attitude. Do I have said attitude? Yes, I do. Go stand in timeout. Go stand in timeout. Whatever you consider timeout, go stand in timeout. Think before you speak. Think before you act. If you have a happy moment, like success, a reason to celebrate, and you want to share that with someone, and they shoot it down with their reaction, and I'm not saying everybody's going to be happy for you, because that's not realistic. It's really not. But if you have something that is right there and you're happy about it and it's bringing you joy and you want to share that joy with other people, and the reaction from, we'll just say one person of the 6 that you tell, we'll just say 7. So one person, actually that's not math. So one person of the 6 that you tell, so you have 5 extra people, right? Okay. Am I mathing? I'm mathing. Ooh. Because 1 plus 5 is 6. Oh. Them gummies. But let's just say you tell 6 people and one of the 6 is fucking negative, or their response is, that's cool. And this is always their reaction to good news, right? At some point, it is up to you to decide who you share your good news with. You can't be responsible for how they react because their reactions are from within. But what you can be responsible for is how much you tell them, or what you tell them, or if you tell them anything. It's pouring down rain. Oh my God. But even more important than that, be happy for yourself. Because it's a lot of y'all out here that have overcome personal struggles. It's a lot of y'all out here that, it takes a lot of courage for you to stand up and speak in front of people, or present something that you made that's near and dear to your heart, or get on your YouTube channel and make content consistently when you're battling, stuff up here or even stuff out here. It's a lot of y'all out here that are making personal fucking strides to better yourself. And by bettering yourself, you are bettering the collective that we call humanity. And you should be proud of yourself. You should be proud of yourself. Auntie's proud of you. I'm proud of every single person that gets up every single day and it's just like, you know what? I got this. Even when you don't feel like it, and even when you don't got it, and you're still telling yourself that you do. You do. Those people that have not gotten to that point in their walk of healing or wherever they want to be within themselves, you cannot control how they are. You can try and help, you can try and encourage, but sometimes that falls on deaf ears because some people don't want to. Some people don't want to hear it. So I'm going to close this out by saying, if you are sharing joy online or in real life with your friends, with your family, at your job, continue to keep doing that. Continue to keep doing it, because you never know whose life you're going to save. You never know whose day you're going to make. You never know who's watching. You never know who you're going to inspire. You never know. And if it makes you happy to make other people happy by sharing what you have, then by all means do it. But I'm going to leave you with a little auntie tip. You can't pour from an empty cup. So in the pursuit of happiness and sharing your happiness, make sure you're taking care of yourself as well. You ever try and put a battery in a remote that was dead? And then you go and try and put that motherfucking battery in the freezer, and they give you just for you to turn the TV off, but the battery's still dead. That's what happens when you keep using and using and using yourself and giving and giving and giving of yourself without taking some time to rest and replenish in between. Just kind of die out. And I don't know who told us the batteries in the freezer work. It didn't. It didn't work. Fuck, it didn't work. But again, take care of yourselves. Keep spreading that joy. And for those that don't want to change or don't want to be happy for other people, go put yourself in timeout. Go have you an unhappy fucking birthday party by yourself. Go pity yourself in the corner. Because pushing that kind of shit off on people just because you're unhappy is fucked up. And one last little thing, and I keep saying one last little thing, but it's probably not going to be the last little thing. I understand how depression and anxiety affect people. It's not what I'm referring to. I am referring to the hater McGraham crackers of the world. Get your life together. Get your life together. And find your own happiness before you go and shit on someone else's. Because Auntie's tired of y'all asses. I love y'all. Have a good day. Pray for yourselves and each other. And put on some lotion. Because Auntie showing the fuck needs to too. Alright, y'all. Bye.